DN, what's up, buddy? What a Tuesday. It's odd to me how thoughts work in the human mind, especially when you can't control them, and you can't control the thoughts that come into your head, but you can control the ones you ponder on, right? Allegedly. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a really odd day for me. Yeah, BLT with a garlic butter sauce is and mozzarella cheese. So yeah, it's a good sandwich for less than $5 QT. It's the way to go. 2 people here. 0 thumbs up because DN doesn't love me, but whatever. I'm kidding. How you been? How's your day? Slurpy, slimy goodness. I'm debating whether or not I want to do comedy tonight. Like, for real. Did that woman ever cough up the money the other day? I'm not sure which one we're talking about. Oh, no, she did not. No, she never paid me. I know exactly who you're talking about. And I has to be reassigned. I got out of my way to drive there for 45 minutes and then wait for you for 15 and then do an hour worth of work and assessment and adjusting. And then say, before I can put it into the home warranty company, I need you to pay the $100 service call fee. Well, I ain't happy with the work. Well, I'm not done with the work. So pay me and I can put it in the choice. Well, I ain't happy with the work. Okay, I don't care if you're happy. Pay the service call fee. And then I can go into choice in the warranty thing and we'll get you straightened out. Well, I ain't happy with it. Okay, I don't care about your feelings. Pay the money. No, she never did. Screw that lady. I just spilled sweet tea on my work shirt at the end of the work day, so I guess it's fitting that I got a little dirty, batshite crazy. Let your boss worry about the cash. Yeah, it's not that simple. When you're a plumber, you're the secretary, the job organizer, HR, PR, bill collector, oh, and also the plumber. It's just part of it. This diesel next to me has been running since I got here. Like, what does this guy do? Is he napping in the truck? You ever feel it sting when you pee and wonder if you have UTI? Asking for a friend. That's the joke I was thinking about opening with tonight. You know, I love the joke of running since Woodstock. Yeah, the thing's been running a while, dude. Like, it's been running for... I could feel the rumble of his diesel. He's 2 spaces over, parked crooked as shit with a dually. And I could feel the rumble of his diesel in my butt cheeks in my van. And he's been running so long that literally I had time to go in, order a sandwich, make myself a tea, get my sandwich, and take a pee and all that, and then come back and set up a live stream. Like, it's been 10, 15 minutes. I would actually be arriving at my house right about now if I hadn't stopped here at the QT to get myself some supper. And I would be slipping my shoes off in my own home and starting laundry and taking care of some stuff. There have been some odd goings on here today. And if you look at it, actually, look at that. The Starbucks symbol. Doesn't it look like a chick, like, opening her legs up for you? Like, here's my vajoohoo. And the pole kind of looks like it's doing its work to her. I mean, I'm not being perverse by making an observation that we could all easily make. Oh, now the diesel's leaving. Good. He's like, I can't do cocaine next to this guy. It's developing character, the butt buzzing. You know what? I'm going to need you to keep your mind out of the gutter, batshite. Anyways, I was debating doing comedy tonight, and I was going to open with the line, you guys ever have it, like, sting a little bit when you pee and wonder if it was UTI, and then pause and go, I'm asking for a friend. But that may not be as funny in real life as it is in my brain. DN, like the joke, give me the thumbs up. What message did you retract there, buddy? Nope, it doesn't actually let me see the message. Which is funny because in real time, if there's a troll here and you put him in a timeout, I can click the troll that you put in timeout and see what his message was. But if my moderators have a message retracted, I can't see it. Over 40s men get it, LOL. Yeah, I mean, and I don't know. People like me, like I try to stay positive and upbeat through a lot of things. And sometimes you see the saddest, darkest things in life. And then not try to make fun of them, but try to make jokes about life to lighten them, if that makes sense. You see there's a difference. There's a difference between laughing at and laughing with. It's a fickle craft, comedy. It's not like learning the piano and learning your chords, memorizing songs, and then figuring out how to make your own songs. Comedy is in and of itself its own mob-related talent, and it's a beast that is ever changing. So if you offend one crowd on an open mic and you go back to that same open mic a week later and apologize, you're not apologizing to the same crowd. And the only half of the crowd that would hear you would be the other comics. Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. Hello, everyone. Happy day to you, too. I didn't make shizzle today. Like, I had some jobs fall through. I had one that I showed up and the woman was a no-show, so I had to put customer missed appointment. And she called, she goes, hey, I'm home. She calls me back when I'm all the way almost in Anderson. She's like, hey, you think you can come back now? Or no, I was in Spartanburg. Wait, is it Spartanburg? Anderson? Yeah, and I was like, no, I can come back in a few hours, maybe this afternoon. And she's like, okay, well, just call me when you're on your way. And then later on, like a couple hours later, she texts me, she goes, I'm going to cancel. I've already been at your house, waited 10, 15 minutes for you, knocked on the door, called your phone, texted you, whatever. And then I had to go all the way to Anderson to look at a Whirlpool tub I could not access. And that was a job that paid nothing. It's just... This van, believe it or not, I pay $50 a day as an OLAF fee. It's office liability, and finances, like it's OLAF. Oh, sorry. Office Liability Administration Fee. OLAF is what it stands for. So I pay $50 a day to borrow this van on days that I work. And once you minus that today, like I don't even know if I made $100 today. And I worked probably like 11 hours. Like I left my house early this morning, went all the way to Ferguson to get a part for my boss's job and get back to the office. That burned up an hour, which I was not paid for. Driving to the supply house, and then I used my company card, and the part was $225 for an 80-gallon water heater. It's a burner assembly, ignition rod, and tube. And I literally, before I made the charge on my company card, I called my boss because I thought it was gonna be 50, 60 bucks. He wouldn't care. And all of us as employees have our own card, and we have a limit of like $500 a day. So I was like, $225 for a part, which means I have $275 left for parts for other jobs if I need them. And I was like, well, this is gonna be questionable at best. So I call him and he's like, yeah, go and use your card. Why wouldn't you? And I'm like, you're welcome. I'm here to pick up the part for you, buddy. I left my house early to come here for you. And you guys are arriving at the shop while I'm already at a supply house. I've already fought half an hour of traffic dealing with the people at the supply house and then fighting half an hour of traffic roughly on the way back. Lowest art form, Shakespeare. DNK, Truth, Ovid. Man, I wish you spoke English. I really do. Like, cause that, like, you're like the abortion doctor of grammatical sentences. Like, I don't know what that means. The lowest art form is not Shakespeare. The lowest art form is improv. Because I know comedians that can do improv. I've never seen someone from the improv world do comedy well. Ever. Never. Where they just had the whole room just busting up laughing for minutes on end. Never seen it. Put stinging into that joke. That's stinging and burning when you pee. Yeah, that would probably, yeah. Like you're pissing out small pieces of broken glass. Asking for a friend. I also thought like REM, if they hadn't made their songs, please tell me you can hear me and that didn't screw up the stream. Phone calls in the middle of a stream because people, I guess, don't give a shizzle. They'll be like, oh, look, it's only 6:42 at night. I'm sure this workaholic's still working. Let me call him. Let's see what number that was. I saw the last four numbers. I do not know if I recognize them. Can you hear me? Check, 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 check. Drives a KUV van. All used, rebuilt. Risky mayhap. Man, you've got to start typing sentences out, bro. Like, I don't know what you're saying. It's gobbledygook. I love you. I really, bottom of my heart, ba-boom. Love you. But that shizzle is gobbledygook. I don't know what that means. Can hear? Okay, see, because you're so bad at sentences, did you mean to type can't hear or can you actually hear me? That's the question, sir. I'm waiting to see the thing pop up at the top where it says I have some voicemail from some person who goes, you were supposed to be here today, and because it wasn't in my file of stuff to do today, I didn't know about it or whatever. I don't know. I always had doubts my wife was cheating on me. Digital card reader by the bed. Now just sealed it. Are you suggesting a joke or are you being serious? Like, I don't... 4x3, thank you, yeah. But what do you mean by that? I always had doubts my wife was cheating on me. The digital card reader by the bed now just sealed it. Like she's a hooker and she's taking money from other clients. Is that the joke you were going for? Like your ex-wife was a hooker? Is that the joke you were going for? I did see a short on YouTube last night where this wife gets mad at a husband, or a girlfriend gets mad at a boyfriend. And she's like, I can't believe you hired a prostitute. He's like, babe, I'm sorry. It was once. You and I haven't touched each other in months. What did you expect me to do? She goes, no. If I'd known you were going to pay for it. And he's like, wait, what? She's like, yeah, if you'd offered to pay me for it, I would have been down every single night. He's like, wait, what? It was harder to notice with cash in hand. That's a pretty funny premise. I might flesh that out. Let me send it back to the boys in the workroom. We'll workshop it. See what we can do for you, buddy. So I was thinking, you know, REM, the band, they made a lot of songs in the 80s and 90s, but if they made their songs today, would it be like, everyone wears skirts sometimes? Or if they did the soundtrack for Fast and the Furious, and like, everybody skirts sometimes. That was a newer one, but I'm still working on it. Thoughts? You gotta remember, batshite crazy. My mom sometimes watches my comedy on YouTube, so I don't know about that. But that's funny. It rhymes. Everybody squirts sometimes. Yeah, I can see it. I see the point you're getting at, but I'm really trying to do cleaner humor, like cleaner stand-up comedy, allegedly. Yes, modern woke woman may as well just put a price list on everything. Expect. Yes, keep it clean. LOL. Yeah. You want another 10 minutes? You gotta swipe your card again. No, jeez. I mean, yeah. And that's one of those things where it's like, I'm not gonna lie when I say this, like I'm on the path to get my journeyman's card, which means I can later get my master's license in plumbing. And with that in mind, I'll be making bank. Not right now, but I'm on my way there. And I want to find a good, loyal, faithful, honest, kind woman now. Fit, feminine, friendly, submissive. Not a lot to ask. Just a nice woman who, and I think I found one, but she's actually younger than my actual age range, so it's got me questioning things, because, yeah. No, I don't pay $200 for a first date meal. Listen, if on the very first date, even if you really, 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 really like the chick and you could possibly see her liking you and you see a future, and you take her to a 5-star restaurant and you get like a $200 dinner, you're stupid. I want someone that's going to love me for me. And then they reap the benefits because they hung around. Not they came around because I was making good money. Very true. Very true. I could make a Boys reference. You know, The Boys, the show. Hey there, Squirt. Tonight, I met a 62-year-old Cambodian woman, an Asian woman who literally lived through the killing fields. She even mentioned by name of Pol Pot. And then when they escaped to Thailand, and Thailand said they would bring them somewhere safe, they brought them to this cliff, where at the bottom of this cliff was a bunch of dead bodies, and there were landmines and everything from the wars. And a smart man led them out. And she told me stories of how they would have to hop onto dead bodies, because the dead bodies had already found the landmines. So the safest path was to go like a line of ants. They had to hop from dead body to dead body. There's no food, there's no water. Some of the people there resorted to drinking blood from the dead body. She told me horror stories and ended it with, but the Lord has always looked out for me. And like, she was so sweet. 62-year-old Cambodian woman, did not look a day over 55 or 50. And just, her husband had a brain injury. She's taking care of him, and they said he wouldn't survive. He survived 29 years. And just, this woman showed me a humility and strength that literally almost brought me to tears tonight. And that's why I'm in the mood I'm in. Like, it's somber, it's sobering, it's revealing, and it's caused me to have a lot of thoughts, to the point where I don't know if I just want to go home and do laundry and humbly reflect on my life, or if I want to go share some laughs with people and do comedy. And now people moan if the Wi-Fi is down. Yeah, I get it. Depends on why the woman is alone. Sometimes there are good women out there, just like there are good men out there. But they all know that the other side of the dating world is shit. So sometimes they choose to be alone. Everybody hurts. The killing fields of Cambodia. Like, it's messing with my head on numerous levels. No, on dead bodies that have already been blown up by the mines, so they know that there's no mine there if they're stepping on dead bodies. It's a gooshy goosh. And they're barefoot. Or with like small sandals. Like, she was almost killed 3 times in the killing fields, and every time she was in line to be killed, like 2 or 3 people ahead of her, one of them would escape, and they would all run and scatter and chase this person that escaped, and then all the rest of them would escape. And And this woman had quite the story. Like, it just, man, it touched me. Mind you, imagine the parts of the story I left out. Like, she has quite the story. She works at Costco. She bought this house that I was looking at today to replace a water heater. It's just, I'm not gonna lie, I'm like an emotional guy when it comes to stuff, but she gave me a hug and everything, because I told her I'd take $50 off the price because I know she was struggling with this house, and she gave me a hug. She's like, I'm a hugger. I love hugging people. It's what brings us together. And she spoke remarkably good English. She moved from California to here in South Carolina a while ago because it was so expensive to live out there, and she's been in America for like 40 years. So since 40 or 50 years, since she was a teenager. So she speaks English really well. 5 people here, 2 thumbs up. Dude, I mean, so I literally met someone today that lived through the regime of Pol Pot in person. Watched their family members get killed. Again, imagine the stuff I'm not telling you about her story that she told me. Well, do the comedy place. You don't have to perform. Yeah, but there's no point in going out if you don't perform. It's like a comic's creed. Yes, there are some occasions where I'm just not in the mood and I'm there just to support. Like this Patrick, one guy or whatever, who pointed me out in the second row. He goes, oh, are you a comic? And I was an audience member that night, and I was like, yes. He's like, oh man, this guy's locked in. Maybe this is a sign to quit. And it wasn't funny at all. It was just a dig at me for no reason. Bro, I don't even know you. And you weren't that funny, okay? It's not my fault you weren't funny. And this is that one night I went to comedy, and all the comics would complain about how the room sucked and there wasn't a lot of people in it. And then once the comedy of their set ended, they would leave, which means there'd be one less person in the room. It's like, bro, if I'm the 4th to last comic and I go up right afterwards, I'm still staying for the last 3 or 4 comics to support. I'm not gonna leave the room. It sets a bad precedent. You lead by example. Oh, every comic getting up there, oh, I'm gonna bitch about how bad the room is, and then as soon as I'm done with my set, I'm gonna leave. And one of them, who's a buddy of mine, shout out Connor, gets up there and does a little bit of his autistic bit, and then goes, you know what? Breathing heavy nose breathes into the microphone. I kind of knew I was gonna bomb pretty bad tonight, so I think I'm just gonna sit here for the next 2 minutes. It got a chuckle because they thought he was joking, and then he sat there for like a minute solid, just heavy. No, it's like, bro, dude, I'm an audience member and I'm a comic, so you know I have respect for the craft. I could have gone up there and done better than that, regardless of the size of the room. You should be crushing whether there's 5 people in the room or 50. Doesn't matter how many of our comics. 50% are comics or 5% are comics. Arrange an accident? Question mark? Not really. I don't know what you mean. No, for him, no, I'm not vindictive like that. It's just the last customer of the night. I'm just still really stuck on the words she said. But the Lord has always looked out for me. And that shows that God is sovereign. Like, move over, keyboard warriors. You have no idea what suffering is. And mind you, I told you the basic parts of the story. I didn't tell you all the details she told me. This is in 20 minutes of knowing this woman. And my goodness, like, put it right up there with starving orphans. Like, hard life. She had a hard life. And I felt bad even just for charging her for the service call fee. And it's really, it's causing me to reflect right now in a lot of ways. I don't know exactly how to take it, but I know I have a 30-minute drive home, and that's going to give me plenty of time to think about it. So, I really do hope you're all doing well. I hope you all have a really good night. And as usual, I end my streams the same way as I do every time. Do you feel love?